Have you ever wondered who struck King Herod and why? You see, King Herod was proud. He was so proud that when people praised him, he accepted it as if he were a god. And so it says in Acts chapter 12, verses 21 through 23, "And about that time King Herod began to persecute the church. And he killed the apostle James, brother of John, with the sword. And he wanted to do even more, and he was pleased when they called him a god. But an angel of the Lord struck him down, and he was eaten by worms and died." Herod was proud. You know, we can all be proud sometimes, and pride goes before a fall. Herod's fall was pretty dramatic. He was eaten by worms alive. Now, the Bible doesn't go into great detail about what happened to Herod after he was struck by the angel. No, there's a lot of things the Bible doesn't go into detail about, but this one, it leaves us with a lot of questions, like what happened after he was struck? Okay, what kind of worms were they? How long did it take for him to die? You know, we have more questions than answers in this passage. But what we do know is this, that Herod was proud, and the Bible warns us about pride. In Proverbs 16 verse 18, it says, "Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall." And that's exactly what happened to King Herod. He had a haughty spirit, and he was brought low. He was brought low in a very public way, not only for him, but for his mother. You see, his mother was at a party, and she was enjoying the festivities, when suddenly she saw her son, King Herod, being eaten by worms. Talk about a buzzkill. I mean, imagine the music's playing, you're having a good time, then all of a sudden you see the king being eaten alive by worms. Not a good scene. So this brought great shame upon the family. What's interesting here is that Herod's mother, his wife, and his guests didn't seem to care that he was being eaten by worms. They didn't try to help him. They didn't try to stop it. They just watched. And this reminds me of something Jesus said in Matthew 23, verse 37, where he said, "Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the one who kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to her. How often I wanted to gather your children together as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, but you were not willing." See, Jerusalem didn't want Jesus to gather his people. And likewise, Herod's family didn't want him to be delivered from the worms that were eating him alive. Why? Because he had become one of them. He was prideful. He was haughty. He thought he was better than everyone else. And so no one really cared when he got his just desserts. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't want to end up like King Herod. How about you? Well, if you don't, then don't be prideful. Don't be haughty. Humble yourself before the Lord, and remember, the scripture says in James chapter 4, verse 6, "God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble.